All right, so this video I will do the SBP paper 1. Okay, last video I make is SBP for Mathematic paper 2. But this will be SBP. Sorry. So this video will be for the SBP Mathematic for trial 2022, but it's paper 1. Okay, the last video I make is also SBP, but it's for paper 2. Okay, so let's start. Okay, number 1. Round off this thing correct to 3 significant figures. So we should come from left to right. 3 significant figures. So 0.05675. The zeros, if the zeros is in front, we never count it. Okay, we never count the 0 at the front. So 1, 2, 3. And then we will erase the number at the back. But before we erase, we have to check whether this number is 5 or bigger than 5 or not. If it's 5 or bigger than 5, I have to plus 1. So it's 5. So I have before I erase, I have to plus 1 here. So what is 6, 7 plus 1? It becomes 0.0568 like that. And then only I'll erase the 5. So now the answer, now I know the answer is D. Okay. Number 2, 3, 4, 5 base 7 plus 1 to 6 base 7 equals to something base 7. So the answer also they want in base 7. So I don't think I have to convert to base 10. I can just straight away take the 3, 4, 5 base 7 plus 1, 2, 6 base 7, and the answer will come out in base 7 also. All right, so how to plus? First I'll take 5 plus 6. Okay, we all know 5 plus 6 is 11, but we cannot write 11 here because this is a base 7. So 11 base 10, I have to change to base 7. How to change that? Okay, this is how I do it. I will take 11 minus 7 to see how many extra. 11 minus 7 is 4, right? It means I will write 4 here, and then I will plus 1 here. The reason why is because I minus 7 sekali. That's why I tambah 1 here. Let's try again. 1 plus 4 plus 2. What is 1 plus 4? 5. 5 plus 2, 7. But then 7 I have to minus with 7 to see how much balance. 7 minus 7 is 0. It means here I'll write 0. But then I have to plus 1 here. The reason is because I minus 7 sekali. What about here? 1 plus 3 plus 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And I don't think 5 I have to minus 7 because 5 is memang less than 7. So 504 base 7. So the answer is D. Just remember one thing. If it's a base 7 value, it means that only digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can appear in a base 7 number. What if it's a base 3 number? Then you can only see 0, 1, and 2. For base 7, there's 0 should be included also. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It means that the maximum value in a base 7 digit is 6. The maximum value in a base 3 number is 2. Okay. It means the maximum value is always 1 less than the base. Okay, so you just remember that. That is why if I take 1 plus 4 plus 2, I get 7. I cannot write 7 here because 7 cannot appear in the base 7 value. That's why I have to minus 7 and write 0 instead. Okay, hope you understand. Okay, let's continue with number 3. Number 3 says what? Sarah's marks for physics, chemistry, bio are this, and this. Calculate the average score for 3 subjects. So this is also number based, just like question number 2, but they want you to find the average. So average means like finding the mean lah. Means you have to take these 3 value, add together, divide by 3. But before you do that, they are all in different base. So let's make them to say base 10. So we can see 1 to 6 is in base 8. So how can I make it to base 10? First, you have to write down the, first you will use the times and plus punya method, right? Because if you're changing a smaller base to base 10, that's what you need to do. So you have to write down the place value lah. So if it's a base 8, then the place value will be 8 power 0, 8 power 1, 8 power 2, and you have to times all this together. 1 times 8 power 2, you press, you get 64. 2 times 8, you get 16. 6 times 1, you get 6 plus, and you get 86. It means 1 to 6 base 8 is actually 86 base 10. And then the next one is already in base 10. Why? Because if they never write any base, it means it's already in base 10. Plus with the next one is in base 2. Let's convert to base 10. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, base 2. How to convert? Same like just now. If you're changing a smaller base to base 10, you will times and plus. But before you do that, you have to write down the place value. It is a base 2, so it should be 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6. All right, what's 2 power 6 times 1? 64. What's 2 power 5 times 0? 0. 2 power 4 times 1? 16. 2 power 3 times 0? 0. 0 tak payah tulis lah. 2 power 2 times 1 is 4. And then 2 power 1 times 0 is 0. Here is 0. And then plus all together. And you should get 84. It means that the third value is 84 base 10. So now can I find the average? Yes, I add them all together, divide by 3. Let's press calculator. 86 plus 85 plus 84 equals first, and then divide by 3. I got 85. So the answer is C. All right. Number 4, diagram 1 shows 3 regular polygons. This is the very important word. Regular means they are sama panjang. So sama, wait, let's finish reading first. JKLMNP, where is it? JKLMNP. So this is a regular polygon. It means this is how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a 6 side. So this is a hexagon. It's a regular hexagon. And if it's a regular hexagon, the angle will be 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120. The reason I know this is because I hafal already. But even if you don't hafal, you can use, I will show you why. Why is it 120? So what is the formula for sum of interior angles? It will be n minus 2 times 180. Okay, I mentioned this so many times already in my Mathematic paper 1 videos. N is for you to ganti how many sides. So there's 6 sides, so it should be 6 minus 2 times 180. So if you take 4 times 180, you should get 720. But this is the sum of interior angles, means sum of all the angles add together. But if the soalan got mentioned this word regular, because this word regular means they are all sama panjang. It means you can divide by n, divide by n, divide by n. And this case, the n is 6. That's why you can divide by 6. And then now you can know each is 120. Okay, diagram 1 shows 3 regular polygons. So PNQRS is also a regular polygon. But this is not 120, 120, 120. Why? Because there's only 5 sides. So it's only 5 sides means this is a regular pentagon. And the angle will not be 120. It will be 108, 108, 108, 108, 108. Then maybe you ask, why is it 108? I'll explain. So you will get with this formula, 5, but this time your n is 5 because there's 5 sides, times 180, but you will divide by 5. Why you can divide by 5 is because the word regular. If they never mention regular, of course you cannot divide by. All right, 3 times 180 equals answer divide 5. Did you get 108? Yes. And also JVWXK is also a regular pentagon, so it should be 108, 108, 108, 108 also. All right. Actually, this one I mentioned many times already, okay, in my previous video. I don't know you got watch or not, okay, but okay, if you are my student and you still don't know this, then it's very hard for you to answer the SPM. I hope by now you know all these things, okay. Actually, this one I mentioned many times already. Okay, let's go. PTUJ is a trapezium. Let's see. PTUJ. So this is a trapezium. So we all know trapezium has ada satu pasangan line yang parallel, and it's very obvious that it's this one and this one is parallel. And if you look carefully, they got draw a line here, and this line indicates that this and this sama panjang. And we also know one thing, that if this and this sama panjang, this should be 3x and this should be 5x. Okay, and the reason is very simple. If I have two lines that are parallel and I tarik like that, this angle and this angle add together is 180. All right, so can you see this line and this line parallel? It means this angle and this angle, 5x plus 3x equals to 180. Okay, and also same with here, 5x plus 3x equals 180. It means the total of this is 360. Okay, let's read calculate the angle of SPT. Where is it? SPT. SPT. Can you see SPT is this small part? So I want to find this angle, but how to find this angle? Well, I need to find the x first, because if I don't have the 5x, the angle here, I cannot find. So once I have this angle, then I can take 360, because one circle is 360, right? Minus the 108, minus the 120, minus this. But the problem is I don't know this. I don't know the 5x is how much. So I need to find 5x first. How to find the x? Okay, I tell you already, this is a quadrilateral. So it's quadrilateral, the total angle inside, the sum of interior angle will be 360. So 5x plus 5x plus 3x plus 3x equals to 360. So it will be 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16, x equals to 360, and then x equals to 360 divide 16. And what you get? 22.5 degrees. But of course, you can also use the other method I mentioned just now. What's the other method? I told you, right? If two lines are parallel and I garis satu line macam ni, the sum will be 180. It means 5x plus 3x equals to 180. And trust me, if you do like that also, you will get the same answer. Okay, if you don't believe me, you can press 180. Let's try. Betul tak dapat jawapan sama? Betul kan? Also get 22.5. Okay, so can also. So now we know that the x is 22.5. Can I find this small angle here? The answer is yes, right? One circle is 360. So I will take 360 degree minus the 120, and then minus the 108, and then minus the 5x. Then the leftover is the one I want. So 5x, so 5 times x, which is 22.5. So I press this in my calculator, then I'll get my answer. So let's press 360 minus 120 minus 108 minus 5 open bracket 22.5 close bracket. 339 over 2. Change to decimal 19.5. So the answer for number 4 is C. let's continue with number 5. Diagram 2 shows two circles. Okay, I can see two circles that touch at point V. So they touch at these two circles, they touch at point V. But we should know that this is 95 also, because if I have two lines like that, cross like this angle and this angle will be same, XX, and then the atas angle and the bawah angle will be the same. All right. Okay, now it says QBW, UVR are straight lines. Mana? QBW, okay, this one. And then UVR are straight lines. So can I find here? Yes, I just take 180 minus, right? But I'll do it later. Huh? Let's finish reading first. PS is the common tangent to two circle at Q and R. So PS, mana PS? PS, right? Okay, I know a lot of students, when they see the word tangent, they will immediately like 90 degree like this. Okay, you cannot do that. You cannot do that always. Because you have to understand one thing. If I draw a tangent, draw a line that passes through the circle at one point, then the point yang dia kena tu, that is called the tangent point. But it's not always the line is 90 degree. Only from center. If I have the center tarik to tangent, then only it will be 90. Is this the center? No. Okay. How you know? It looks like the center. So you cannot assume this is 90. And it's not 90. Okay, it's not 90. Unless they got put center. Center tarik tangent point baru akan jadi 90. They never mentioned that this is center. Maybe the center is here. How do you know? Or maybe the center is here, right? You don't know. So you cannot assume it's a 90 degree. But we can use another rule. What's the other rule that we can use here? The other rule for the tangent is, if I give you a circle and I draw something like this, and let's assume this is the tangent and this is the tangent point. And if the tangent point, I tarik satu line like this and form a triangle, then you should know that this angle and this angle will be the same, XX, all right? And this angle will be the same. But you can always apply this rule when when one of the vertex of the triangle is the tangent point and the other two vertex has to be on the circumference. Then only you can use this rule, okay? So silang sama, x, y, y, like this. All right, this is the rule that we will use for this question. So they want to find calculate value of x plus y. So I think I can find this angle, right? Why? Because this angle is 38. The reason is because like this. Can you see? It means that here is how much? Here is 95 lah. Because according to this rule, it says that, did you see it? Did you see this triangle? Did you see this triangle that, can you see this Q is the tangent point, and then he tarik to U and then tarik to V. And if you look carefully, this triangle, you can apply this rule, right? Silang sama, silang sama. And same with this triangle, same with the other triangle. The other triangle also I can apply the same rule, because if you look carefully, this triangle, can you see V and W, they are on the circumference of circle, means the 95, here also 95, right? Then what about here? Well, you can find here easily, because if you look carefully, this is a straight line, right? This is a straight line. So if this is 95, I will just take 180 minus 95 to get here. So 180 minus 95, I get 85. And after I know this is 85, I can find here, because this is a triangle. So 180 minus 85 minus 38. Sorry, let me press again. 180 minus 85 minus 38. Okay, I got 57. And now I can find y already, because y is just 180 minus 57 minus 95. Let's press. 180 minus 57 minus 95. Okay, I got 28. But this is not the answer. I still need x. Okay, how to find x? Well, you just take 180 minus this, right? So 180 minus 38 minus 95. So 47. So x is 47 and y is 28. But they want to find value of x plus y. So add these two together, you should get 75, right? So that's the answer for number 5. Okay, let's go with number 6. Diagram 3 shows a coordinate V, 2, 3. Let's check. Okay, V is here, 2, 3. Okay, yes, betul. Drawn on the Cartesian plan, which of the following is the image of V? Means V is the object. Under reflection, y equals negative x. First, I will draw the reflection line first. Y equals negative x line, it looks like this. It's a second line. How I know it's a second line? Because if the equation got y and got x, then it's a second line. But how do I know that it's a line that is like completely 45 degree? Okay, if you are not sure, then you can find some points for this line, right? Usually I teach in class, I say find x equals 0, y equals 0, right? But if you put x equals 0, your y will get 0. But if you guarantee y 0, your x is also 0. So you will change this to another point. So why not you use other? Let's use 1. So if x is 1, what happens when you guarantee y? So y equals to negative x. So y it will be negative 1, right? It means that this line must pass through 0, 0, and 1, negative 1. And can you see 1, negative 1 is actually here? That is why this line has to pass us through the Yeah, the 1, -1, like this. Okay. And this one also I never draw nicely actually. If you use ruler, it should look like this. Okay, why so ugly? Wait, in correct it. This one like this. It should be like, how to say, 45 degree exactly. See, you see the line should be like this one. Senget, 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 exactly 45 degree. So this is the y equals negative x line. So now that we can find the image for v under this reflection. So we cannot count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cannot. Because the line is a senget line. So I have to kira senget also. So senget 1, senget 2, and half. So senget 2.5. So after reflect also 2.5. So half, 1, 2. So the answer is D. Okay. Hope you understand. Then what if it's a y equals x line? If it's y equals to x, then the line will be like this. Okay. But of course, it has to pass us through 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, -1, -1, -2, -2, and so on. It will be completely 45 if it's y equals to x line. Okay, hope you understand. Let's go number 7. Diagram 4 shows two congruent triangles. Congruence means same size, same shape. So these two triangles are same size, same shape. Calculate the value of x. So if they are same size, same shape, we can see that the 70-degree match with here. And the 70-degree is in between the 5 cm line and the 8 cm line. It means one of these is 5 and one of these is 8. But how do I know that this one is 5? Because this one is shorter. You use your eyes also, you can see, right? The shorter line is this one. And then the longer line is 8. So 2x minus 4 equals to 8. Now I can find x minus 4 jadi plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So the answer is B, right? Number 8. Diagram 5 shows a regular hexagon. You see this word regular. So it means that all these sides are same length, same length, same length, same length, same length, same length, same length. And what is the angle here? It will be 120, 120, 120, 120. But I don't think I will be using this information for this question, right? Because I don't think it's related to that part. But I just want to mention it lah. Okay, if it's a regular hexagon, the angle must be 120 because you use the n minus 2 times 180 over n formula, right? Okay, but I'll erase this. Because this question, I don't think you need to do that. Okay, let's see what they want. Which of the point A, B, C, D is the image of triangle K? So K is the object. So this is the object. Under a rotation 240-degree anti-clockwise at center O. I always teach in class, whenever do rotation and they give center, you should draw a cross. So you should draw a cross at the center. So after you draw this cross, now you imagine where the image will jatuh. Now the object is here. But now they say anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means lawan arah jam. If like this is ikut arah jam. Lawan arah jam is the opposite. So we all know jam goes like this, right? Jam like this. So the anti-clockwise will be terbalik lah, like this. So it means that here rotate 90 degree, the image will jatuh here. Rotate 180, the image will jatuh here. Rotate 270 degree, the image will jatuh here. You can just imagine this being a fan, like a kipas. Kipas, do you know kipas? So if this is the kipas, right? What happens when it rotate 90 degree in this direction? What will happen is this triangle will jatuh here, like this. Wait, this line will be here, right? And then this line will be something like this, maybe, right? But it's okay. You don't have to worry about it because it's objective and you need the 240 degree, right? So we all know the answer cannot be A, cannot be B. It's either C or D, right? But let me just tell you it's C, okay? It has to be C because the angle here, because do you remember they say regular hexagon? It means all the angle here should be 120, 120, 120, 120, just like what I mentioned just now. And also, if 120 cut in half, it will be 60, 60, 60, 60. It means all this angle is 60. So this is also 60, this is also 60, this is also 60, this is 60, 60, 60. And all this is 60 also. So if I rotate 100 to 140, imagine this line. Where will it end up? It will be plus, because we all know 60 times 4 is 240, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. It means this line will end up here. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So the answer must be C lah. Okay, because the moment this line will become this line already, and then this line you will plus 64 times 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this line will end up here, right? That's why the answer is C. Okay, actually you use common sense also, you know lah. You know the answer is not A and B already because 240 degree ma. You see B is still 180 degree, so it must be after B. It's either C or D. But if you look at D, the shape is like cut in half already, right? So you know, actually you don't it's objective. You don't have to, how to say, show the working also, right? So You just take out D, C, and D. C is the answer that makes the most sense, right? So that's how you do it. Number 9, determine the maximum point for this function. Okay, maximum point ada banyak cara, ada in mathematics lah. But if you learn at maths, there's 3 ways to find it. First, you use the completing the square method. Second method is you find the roots and then take both the roots, add together, divide 2. Okay, and then the third method is the shortcut negative b over 2a. But in maths, but let's come back to mathematics. In mathematics, the method that we learn is find the roots. Find the roots. What do I mean by roots? Means find the x-intercept. How to find x-intercept? Gantikan y equals 0. Gantikan y means fx lah. And the reason I do that is because I want to know the x-intercept, right? So we all know this is a curve that shapes like this, is an N shape because the a is negative. So we need to get the x-intercept, all right? And then only we can take these two, add together, divide 2 to get the x coordinate of the turning point. But how to find the x-intercept? Ganti y 0 lah. But after you ganti y equals 0, you will see this is a quadratic. But quadratic means you have two answers, you have to press calculator. But if the starting is negative, I recommend change to positive first. X squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Now only I will press and I will press. So let's press mode EQN degree 2. The A is 1, the B is negative 2, the C is negative 15. I got 5 and negative 3. But of course, this is not the answer lah. This is just the roots. So if x positive 5, you have to write x minus 5. Is x minus 3, you have to write x plus 3. So we all know which one smaller, negative 3 smaller. So of course, the one I put in front, 5 I will put here. But I want the maximum point. So the method is you take these two, add together, divide 2 to find the middle. What is negative 3 plus 5 divide 2? You will get 1. It means the x coordinate of the turning point is 1. Then how to find the y coordinate? Masuk into the original equation, keluar balik. So it will be f1 because fx, right? And then x I will ganti with 1 equals to negative x squared plus 2x plus 15. Ganti 1, ganti 1. Press this and you get, let's press. Negative open bracket, Okay, negative open bracket 1 close bracket square and then plus 2 open bracket 1 close bracket plus 15. So 16. I already pressed, I got 16. So the maximum point is 116. So make sure you memorize the steps, how to find turning point. This is the steps in mathematics, okay? Find the roots, add together, divide 2. Then you get the x coordinate, okay? And also, by the way, the x coordinate is also known as the axis of symmetry, okay? So the axis of symmetry of this curve will be x equals 1, right? So make sure you memorize it lah, the steps. Okay, let's go to number 10. This question looks very difficult, but it's very, this is not from 4 from 5. This is called like indices. So let's do it. M power 5 times. Okay, first thing first, siapa yang power 1 over 2 here? 81 pun kena power 1 over 2, k power 6 pun kena power 1 2. So what's 81 power 1 over 2? It will be 9. Because 81 power 1 over 2 means square root 81. Okay. Or if you're not sure, you can just press the calculator. 81 power 1 over 2, you'll get 9. But don't forget that the k power 6 also have to power 1 over 2 and it will be k power 3. Why? Because if I have k power 6 power 1 over 2 like this, the relationship here is I have to times. It means I have to take 6 times 1 over 2, which is 6 divide 2. That's why it's 3. Divide with what? 3, okay, square root. I just mentioned just now, power 1 over 2 means square root. So, but siapa yang kena square root? M power 2. So the M power 2, I have to square root it. Means I have to power 1 over 2 because square root means power 1 over 2. And you can cut. That's why you just left with M. Then don't forget about the K power 8. The K power 8 also have to power 1 over 2 and you will end up with K power 4. Why is it like that? Because K power 8, I square root means power 1 over 2, right? And this one is a time, you have to times them together. 8 times 1 over 2 is K divide 2, so 4. That's why you end up with this. And now you can cut. And when you cut here, it becomes M power 4. You cut here, it becomes 3. You cut here, it becomes 1. So, or, okay, I don't want to explain like this because maybe if I explain like this, some of you might be, how to say, confused. But actually, can also, you want to do fast, you want to do like that, can also. So let me explain in another way. The other way is like that. Number dengan number bahagi, M dengan M bahagi, K dengan K bahagi. So 9 bahagi 3 lah. And then what's M bahagi? M power 5 bahagi M. So if I have M power 5 bahagi M, and if they are the same base, can you see that? Both base M, and if they are same base, divide means the power I will minus. So it will be M power 5 minus 1. That's why it becomes M power 4. Okay? And if there's nothing here means power 1. Same with the K power 3 divide K power 4. What is K power 3 divide K power 4? Can you see base sama bahagi, right? If the base sama divide the power, you have to minus. So what is 3 minus 4? Negative 1. So this is the answer. 3M power 4, K power negative 1, like this. Okay, excuse me. Number 11. Zainal has a water tank which measures 1.2 in length, 0.6 meter in width, 0.5 in height. So water tank, if you imagine water tank, it must always be in this shape one, in the cuboid. So 1.2 meter is the length, 0.6 meter is the width, this is the height. So actually we can find the volume, but don't find first, we still don't know what they want. He fill water in the tank at 7:30. So he will start pouring water inside the tank, and he start to pour at 7:30 morning. And then with a rate of 2.4 liters per minute. What does it mean by 2.4 liters per minute? Means 1 minute, the 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 water is already 2.4 liters inside the tank. It means 1 minute he will pour 2.4 liters inside the tank. So 2 minutes it will be 2.4 times 2 lah. That's what it means. It means it will take 1 minute to masuk 2.4 liters of water inside. And then they tanya what time will the water tank full. And they did mention something here. 1 liter equals to 1000 cm cube. So what I have to do now is find the volume of the tank now, because they're asking what time will the water tank full, right? So I have to find the volume of the whole tank, right? But I will not take 1.2 times 0.6 times 0.5, because if I do like that, then I will get something, but it will be in meter cube. It will be in meter cube. But I want in cm cube, because if I get in cm cube, then only I can convert to liter. Then only I can use this information, because this information is in liter. It's not in meter. There's no meter here. So let's convert to cm cube. How to convert? Times 100, 120. How to convert? Times 100, 60. How to convert? Times 100, get 50. So it'll be 120 cm times 60 cm times 50 cm. Let's press 120 times 60 times 50. Okay, I got 360,000. But don't forget the unit will be cm cube. But they say 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 cm cube, right? So how can I convert to liter then? I divide by 1000 lah. So divide 1000 means you are moving the decimal point back 3 times. So it's actually 360 liters. So the volume of the full tank is 360 liters. But they say this guy, Zainal, he pour the water and it takes him 1 minute baru boleh fill in 2.4 liters. So 1 minute baru boleh fill in 2.4 liter. But the tank is full after you fill in 360 meter, means berapa minit yang dia kena ambil. So 2.4 macam mana nak jadi 360? Kena darab berapa? So I will tekan 360 divide 2.4 lah. 150, right? It means 2.4 nak jadi 360, saya kena darab 150. It means that sini pun I kena darab 150. It means this will be 150 minutes. It means it takes it requires 150 minutes for him to fill in the until the tank is full. So 150 minutes. But the soalan asks, what time will the water tank full? And he did mention that he start filling at 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning. But after 150 minutes, 150 minutes is actually 2 hours, 2.5 hours. 2 hours 30 minutes, right? Because 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 2 hours is 120 minutes. So 120 minutes nak jadi 150 kena tambah lagi 30 minutes. So it's actually 2.5 hours. So 7:30 plus 1 hour will be 8:30. This is 1 hour. Plus 1 more hour will be 9:30. So now already 2 hours, but I have to plus with 30 minutes. So what is 9:30 plus half an hour plus 30 minutes will be 10 a.m. So the answer is C. All right, that's the answer. Number 12, diagram 6 shows 2 isosceles. So isosceles, we know there will be 2 sides that's same length, KLM and PQR. Okay, so isosceles. So we can say this is 20 also. And then we can also say, okay, so far that's all. And then they say MRS is a line of symmetry. So if this is a line of symmetry, it means this line will cut the isosceles triangle in half. It means this should definitely be 90, because isosceles triangle, if this line and this line sama panjang, if I cut it in half, it's actually consists of 2 right angle triangle. Okay, if you cut it in the middle, in the half. So that's why I write 90, 90. And then they say R is the midpoint of MS. Let's see, R is the midpoint of MS. Okay, let's think about it. Can I find MS? The answer is yes, because I can use Pythagoras theorem, right? Because if you look carefully at this triangle, this is a right angle triangle. And they did mention that this is a axis of symmetry, right? It means it will cut it in half. That's why this will be 12, this will be 12. So now if I want to find the MS, it will be square root, bracket square minus bracket square. Why minus? Because I'm not finding the longest one. And I will take 20 square minus 12 square. All right. So if I press this, let's see what I get. Let's press 20 square minus 12 square. Okay, equals square root answer, 16. So MS is 16, but they did mention R is the midpoint, so it should be 8, 8 lah. But the soalan asked for length of PR, so why not we just find length of PR? How to find this length? Well, same lah, use Pythagoras theorem. This is 5, right? It means this should be 5 also. So if this is 5, this is 8, this is 90. Can I find this? Yes, square root 5 square plus. Why this time plus? Because you are finding the longest. Let's press. 5 square is 25, 8 square is 64, plus them together, square root 89. Square root 89 in decimal is 9.4339, so 434 like that. So the answer is C lah, the closest one. Number 13, let's go. Diagram 7 shows a Venn diagram with the universal set PRN. Okay, this is the answer. Which of the following represents the shaded region? Okay, let me tell you how I will do it. I will not look at the, okay, the first thing first is I will conteng, okay. I will try to draw a diagram that is similar to this. So there's 3 circles inside. 1, 2, 3. This is P, this is R, this is N. And I will the method I will use is like this. I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means I will label every region with a number. And then now I will start doing A and see whether the shaded region match with this or not. Okay, and A, B, C, D, definitely one of these will match, and that will be the answer. Okay, so what is P union R intersect N? So we all know P union R, it means P and R ambil semua. So P and R ambil semua will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what about N? N is what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. But in between them is an intersect. So intersect means I have to choose the one that repeats. So 5 repeat, siapa lagi repeat, 6 also repeat, 7 also repeat. It means the answer for A will be 5, 6, 7, which is here, here, and here. It means the answer is here, here, and here. So we all know A is not the answer because the A answer punya shaded region doesn't match with the one they shade for me. So let's try with B then. So how to try with B? They want P intersect R union N complement. Let's use back the same, how to say? The same diagram. So P intersect R means P and R, they both repeat punya. So P and R punya common one. So P and R, they repeat, it is the one in the middle lah, 3 and 6. So I'll write 3 and 6. And then what about N complement? Means selain daripada N, everything except N. So if you look at N, it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Agree? But if I want N complements, means everything except 5, 6, 7, 8 means 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4 here. But in between them is a union. So union means you don't take the one yang repeat, you ambil semua. So you ambil 3, you ambil 6, you ambil 1, you ambil 2, you ambil 4. So you ambil 3, which is this part, and then you ambil 6, which is this middle part, okay, this one, and then you ambil 1, 2, 3, 4. So you ambil 1, 2, 3. 1 is the outside part, and then 2 is this one, right? So this one, and then 3, okay, 3 tadi sudah, right? Tadi sudah, and then 4, okay, 4. So can you see the place that I marked here is like exactly the same, right? It means the part that I need to shade for the B answer is exactly matched with the one yang dia tunjuk. So this is the answer. Okay, it means C and D we don't have to try already. We are doing paper 1, right? So there's no point. But if you want to try, you can try lah. But I already know it won't be the same because I already know the answer is B. Okay. Number 14, diagram 8 shows a universal set K, set P, set T with incomplete. Why they say incomplete? Well, if you look at the diagram, they say 2, they say 4, they say 3, they say 5. But look at inside the P, there's a blank, right? So that's why they call it incomplete. Okay, if you look at this question, they never put a dot here. So remember, if they never put dot here means all these numbers represents number of elements. So the 2 here represents number of elements. If they put dot, then it represents elements. Okay, let's see what they want. NK complement equals to NT intersect P complement, find NP. So the NK complement will be selain daripada K lah. So what I will do is I will use the same method that I used in question 13. I will conteng satu diagram that looks similar to the one that they draw. Alright. So I will call this K, I will call this universal, I will call this P, I will call this T, and I will start labeling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. You can label with anything you want, but I will label like this, and then I will start to find K complement. So what is K complement? K complement means everything except K. If you look at K, inside K got 2 and 3, right? So everything except 2, 3 will be 1, 4, and 5. It means the K complement, the shaded region that represents K complement is 1, 4, and 5, which is this outside part, and then the 4, which is the 4, 4, and 5, right? So it'll be this one lah, and then 5 will be inside here. But inside here, I don't know, right? So let's just call it X. So it'll be 2 plus X plus 5. Okay, because this stands for N. They write the N here, means this is number of elements. So the total number of elements in K complement will be 2 plus X plus 5 equals to T intersect P complement. Don't worry about the N first. First, you cari dulu which is the shaded region for T intersect P complement. So let's let's try to find the T intersect P complement punya shaded region first. T will be what? If you look at T punya circle, is this circle? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, if you look at the T circle, is this circle, right? And inside the T circle got 3, 4, and 5. So I write 3, 4, 5. But I have to intersect with P complement means everything except P. But if you look carefully, P is labeled with 5, right? So everything is aligned there. P means 1, 2, 3, 4. Means as aligned there with 5. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And they say intersect means I choose the one that repeats. 3 other repeat, 4 pun other repeat. Means 3 and 4 is the region that I have to locate for this T intersect P1. So 3 and 4 means I will locate here, I will locate here also. And if you look at this, the soalan, it's taking the 3 and 5 only. Because means this region and this region here. So 3 plus 5. So this part I will write 3 plus 5. So now can I find X? Yes. 2 plus 5 is 7. So 7 plus X equals to 3 plus 8, 11. So X equals to 11 minus 7, which is 4. Okay, tak ada jawapan. Wait, let me think. Find T intersect P complement. T intersect P complement. 3 plus 5, right? Not 3 plus 8, right? This one is 3 plus 5. Okay, so because this one is 5, right? This one, because it's actually taking here and here. I silap tulis. So let's erase it. Okay, 3 plus 5 is 8. So X equals 1, right? So the answer is D. Okay, 2 plus 5, 7. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I know the schema jawapan, how to say? The schema jawapan give different, right? The schema jawapan says it's a, the schema jawapan. Betul lah. Betul lah, the schema also D, right? Yeah, correct already. Okay, let's go to number 15. Given that the V, I think this stands for vertex, so that's JKLMN, and then H got a lot, and then which of the following represent given information? Let's look at all the ABCD first. So all the graph have the same vertex, JKLMN, JKLMN, JKLMN. So I think the only way to know which one is correct is to look at the edges. So let's go through all the edges. So we have J to K, K to L, K to L. Oh, take note. K to L happened 2 times, and then K to N, and what about this? LL, 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 and then LN, MN, JN. Okay, why I bulletkan the LL is because if the H is L to L means there should be a loop at L. Means it will go out from L and go back into L. That's what it means by LL. It means if the H is LL, means there's a loop at L. So A is wrong because there's no loop at L. B is wrong because there's no loop at L. So it's either C or D. But if you look carefully at C and D, they look very similar. J, K, L, M, N, the position all same. But what's the difference here? What's the difference between the C answer and the D answer? The C answer have these 2 lines, but the D answer tak ada line ni, right? And if you look at this line, it's a JM and ML. So let's look at the H. Ada tak JM, ML? Ada JM, 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 JM. Tak ada. Tak ada JM dekat sini. Tak ada JM. Ini JN. So bukan JM. So tak ada JM, right? Tak ada JM. Tak ada JM means C cannot be the answer. The answer is D, right? So we are doing objective. So we don't have to, how to say, draw one by one, right? It saves you a lot of time. So we all know the answer is D. Okay. So this is how I would do it. Let's go. Number 16. Diagram 9 shows the weighted graph. Weighted means is labeled with numbers, and the numbers can represent all sorts of things. So for this case, I think it represents distance because they write meter, meter, meter already, right? So they say it shows the 6 houses in a village. So there's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses. A meter reader needs to visit all the house starting from K to Q. So I have to start from K. And then I have to end at Q. But I have to pass through. I have to visit all the house. Means I have to visit all. I cannot just go to K and to M and then M to Q terus. Cannot. I have to pass through all the houses. I have to pass through M, L, N, and P before reaching Q. So they say calculate the shortest distance. Okay, this one it will take you a lot of time to do. Let me show you how I would do it. This is how I would do it. I will write down all the possible jalan first. So if I want to pass through all the villages before reaching Q, the first jalan I can take is K to M. But then don't straight away go to Q, because if you go to Q, then it's salah already, because I have to pass through all the villages and then end at Q. So if I go to Q now, then I ignore all these villages already. So cannot. So I have to go to K to M and not go to Q afterwards. Maybe go to L and then go to N and then go to P and then baru go to Q. So this is the first jalan that passes through all the villages. But I can also say K to mana? K to M, but this time don't go to L. I go to N maybe, right? I can go to N and then baru go to L and then go to P and then go to Q. Like this also got passes through all the villages, right? Or you can also say K to M and then M to where? Let's think. M to L, but instead of going to N, like just now, I go to P this time. I go to P and then only I go to N and then only I go to R. Sorry, to Q. So I'm listing out all the possible jalan lah. And all the jalan should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one. It cannot have 5 only, because if 5 only means you did something wrong. It has to have 6 and it has to start with K and end at Q. Okay. If it doesn't have 6 means you never passes through all the villages lah. Okay. Is it villages? Yeah, village. Okay. Ada lagi. It can also be K to L, right? K to L first also can, right? And then after go to L, maybe you go to Q terus. Cannot, right? Because you have to pass through M and P. So how? So maybe like this, K to L and then L to M, right? L to M. And then M to N, M to N, and then N to P, and then baru to Q, right? And then what's the other one? Also can K to L, but this time I maybe go to, just now I go to like this, right? I go like this, like this, like this. So now maybe I will go N. Oh, okay, no, cannot go N. Because if I go N, you get stuck one. Imagine if I go here, I go here, I go N, then I will get stuck already. Because if I go here, it means I will not pass through M at all. And if I go up also, it means I won't pass through P. So I cannot go N because I will get trapped. So maybe I will go L, don't go N, go P instead lah. Go P instead. And then after go P, don't go Q, go N, M, Q. Go N, and then go M, and then go Q. So is there any other more possibilities? K, L, M. Yeah, I think these are all the possibilities lah. 1, 2, 3. I list down 5 already. So now what I do is I find the distance, and see which one has the shortest distance lah. So what is K to M plus M to L plus L to N plus N to P plus P to Q? So I will take out my calculator and I will press K to M punya jarak. So K to M punya jarak is what? 450. Let's press 450 plus M to L punya jarak. Let's see, 850. So plus 850 plus L to N punya jarak 500 plus, and then N to P punya jalan 650 plus P to Q punya jalan 900 equals, okay, 3350, and the unit should be in meter lah, because all of this is in meter. Let's go to the next jalan. K to M punya jalan 450. Let's press plus M to N punya jalan 850 plus N to L punya jalan this one 500 plus L to P punya jalan 750 plus P to Q punya jalan 900. So 3450 meter. Okay, 3450 meter. So I have to choose between these two. I will choose the one yang atas lah, because they are shortest, right? But we still haven't do the rest yet. So we never know. Okay, we never know. So let's keep counting. So 3350, 3450. What about this one? K to M punya jalan 450 plus M to L 850 plus L to P 750 plus P to N, N to Q. So 650 and then 600. 650 plus 600. Okay, and then equals. Okay, I got 3,300. Wow, this one is even shorter. And let's see the next one. K to L 800 plus L to M 850 plus N to N, N to P, N to N, N to P. So N to N, N. So it will be 850 plus 850 plus 650. Let me press my calculator and then plus the last one, P to Q 900. Okay, I press equals. Okay, the calculator shows 4050. So this is the distance. So now let's go to the last one. K to L, which is 800. Let's press 800 plus L to P, P to N. So L to P, P to N. So it'll be plus 750 plus 650. So 750 plus 650 plus again with NM and Q. So NM and Q. So 850, 780. So 850 plus that inside and then plus 780 again. So 3830. 3830 meter also lah. So which one is the shortest distance? 3350, 3450, 3300, 4050, 3830. If you look at all these values, obviously the shortest one is 330, 3300 meter, right? But they want in kilometers, so why not you just divide 1000 and then you will end up with 3.3 kilometers. So the answer for number 16 is B. All right, so that's how you do it. Okay, all right, let's go to number number 17. Diagram 10 shows some loads on two scales. So we have a scale here, and then they say given x has to be, this is a symbol for in between. It means that x has to be bigger than p but smaller than q. And then they say determine value of p and q. Okay, we can look at from the scale that this side lebih berat because it's more down, right? This one is more up. And but if you look at the second scale, this is go up. So this is lebih ringan, but the 55 kg is lebih berat because it goes down. So we can form inequality here. So we can say that the 4x plus x plus 5, the 4x plus x plus 5 is lebih berat daripada 40 lah. Okay? Because if you add all together, you know the total mass. And it has to be lebih berat daripada 40 because it's more down, right? So 4x plus x will be 5x plus 5 bigger than 40. So 5x is bigger than 40 minus 5 is 35. So x has to be bigger than 7, right? But what about the second scale? The second scale, 3x plus 22 is here, right? But I cannot write bigger than 55. Why I cannot write bigger than 55? Because it should be smaller than 55. Because can you see this is lebih ringan? It means this mass is lesser than the 55. That's why it's smaller. So now it will be 3x smaller than 55 minus 22 is 23. So x is smaller than 11 because you will take 33 divide 3. So x has to be smaller than 11, but at the same time has to be bigger than 7. It means that it's in between 7 and 11. So it means that x has to be in between 7 and 11. Okay, because what numbers are bigger than 7? 8, 9, 10, and so on, right? And then they say x has to be smaller than 11. So what numbers are smaller than 11? 10, 9, 8, and so on. So if you combine these two results, it means that the x has to be bigger than 7 and smaller than 11 at the same time. So like this, right? So it means p is 7, q is 11. So the answer is A. I hope none of you go and bulat C. C terbalik already. Because C, they put p is 11. Cannot, always put the smaller number right in front, the big number right in belakang. If it's smaller lah, then you have to write the smaller number depan. C is salah. Number 18, Munira wants to participate in a math quiz competition at the international level. In a qualifying test, the minimum score for Munira to participate is 80% of the full score X. So in order to score the quiz, she has to score 80% of the full score X. And then they say Munira obtained Y marks. So this is the mark that she end up getting, Y marks, and qualified to participate in the quiz. So she qualified. It means her marks is definitely 80% of the full marks lah. And then what is the linear inequality that satisfies the above situation? So how to pass, how to qualify? You have to score 80%, and 80% means 80 over 100, which is 0.8. And then 0.8, you have to times x. So this is the marks that you need to score. You require to get this this many marks to score. And then Munira, she said she obtained Y marks and she ended up qualifying. It means that her marks Y is bigger or sama dengan this one, right? Because imagine if I tell you, if you have to get 75 marks to get A, it means that what happens if you get 76 marks? It means you are A lah, you're grade A already. What happens if you get 75? A also. But if you get 74 marks, then it's not A already. It means that your marks have to be 75 or above 75 to get grade A. So if I say that you need 0.8x to qualify, and she get Y, but she says she qualified, that's why it's bigger sama dengan. Okay, so what is the linear inequality? That's why this is the answer. But if you look at A, B, C, D, tak ada jawapan. Alamak. Okay, macam mana kalau tak ada jawapan? Okay, change to fraction lah. 0.8 change to fraction, it will be 4 over 5. And then, can you see this one? Bahagi 5, I can hantar jadi darab. So it will be 5 times Y bigger sama dengan 4x. Have already lah. The answer is C, right? That's how you do it. Number 9, let's go. Point 4S lies on the straight line, means other passes through. Lies means the other passes through this line. Determine the value of S. Okay, if you got passes through, means what you can do? You can terus ganti masuk. Okay, I teach this in the class already in the straight line. So if got passes through, means you can ganti masuk terus one. This is which topic? Is not a form 4 form 5 topic, it's a form 3 brilliant topic called the straight line. So if you got passes through, you can terus masuk already into the equation. You don't even have to convert to linear form or whatever. Can also lah, but it's a lot of work. You can terus masuk already. So what you want to find? Value of S. So find out S over 7. Negative 4 divided 2 is negative 2 equals to 1. So S over 7 minus 2 jadi plus 2. So it will be 1 plus 2, 3. So 3 times 7 will be 21. So 3, answer is D, right? So quite easy. So number 19, the answer is D. Okay, number 20. Given that 5n minus 3 over 2 equals to this, find the value of n. So why not we just expand this bracket? How to expand? The negative will okay, the minus is outside the bracket. It means everything inside the bracket, you have to change the sign. So 2 become -2, negative n become plus n. And then now 4 minus 2 is 2. So just left with 2 plus n. But then this whole thing I have to times with 2. The reason is because there's a bahagi divide 2 here. That's why I move here become times 2. So now I will get 5n minus 3 equals to 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times n is 2n. But continue here, I want to find n. So yang ada n saya boleh letak sekali. 5n plus 2n pindah jadi minus 2n like this. And then the number I can throw to the other side. It becomes 4 minus 3 pindah jadi plus 3. 5n minus 2n is 3n. 4 plus 3 is 7. N is 7 over 3. Answer is done. 21. Express this as a single fraction in its simplest form. So 1 over p minus q minus 3p over p square minus q square. Okay, if I give you p square minus q square, okay, let's say if I give you a square minus b square, you can actually jadikan dia a minus b, a plus b like that. All right. And if you don't believe me, you can try to expand this. A times a square, a times b, ab. Negative b times a, negative ab. Negative b times negative b square. And if you cut, you left with a square minus b square. It means that p square minus q square, you can actually change it to p minus q, p plus q. But the soalan asks you to change in simplest form. No, sorry, they ask you to write in single fraction. How to make it single fraction then? You have to make the pembawa same. How to make the pembawa same? You will take this one yang depan, you will times with p plus q also. The reason I'm doing this is because so that it is sama dengan yang belakang. Because this one yang belakang dia punya pembawa is p minus q, p plus q. So I want to make them the same so that both their denominator is p minus q, p plus q. Then only I can combine to single fraction. What is 1 times p plus q? It will be p plus q minus 3p. Just write minus 3p. So the answer is p minus 3p. So you will end up with q, and then p minus 3p is negative 2p over p minus q, p plus q. But I will try to look at the answer. The down part, they never write p minus q, p plus q. They write in like this. So why not I change back? Because this is a square minus b square. You can, if you can change from here to here, it means you can change it back, right? So if I say a square minus b square, ataupun if I say a minus b, a plus b is actually same with this. So if I say p minus q, p plus q is actually p square minus q square like this. So this is the answer. So the answer is C. All right. So that's how it is. Wait, is it? Okay, betul. Okay, 22, given that blah, 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 express m in terms of n means I want to make n the subject, means I have to find m. So, but first there's a fraction. So I will try to hilangkan fraction. How to hilangkan? This one is divide, right? Divide n plus 1, pindah jadi times like that. Now I will expand. N times m will be mn. N times 1 will be n. Negative 3 times m will be negative 3m. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. But I want to find m, means m should be single. So I can see that this here got m, here also got m, here also got m. So m is definitely not single now, it's triple. So what I have to do is move everything to one side. So it'll be m minus 3 become plus 3, right? So what is 1m plus 3m? It will be 4m. Okay, and then the mn, when you move here, become minus mn. And then the rest all you throw to the other side. So the other side left with what? N minus 3, but I have to minus 2 become plus 2 like that, right? So now this side will be n minus 3 plus 2, which is negative plus negative 1, right? And then this side, how to make make the m single? You just factorize it. Because they both have m, right? So you can pull out the m. So when you pull out, when you factorize, you left with 4 minus n here. So now m equals to n minus 1 over 4 minus n. So this should be the answer. So the answer is A. Okay. Oh, by the way, I want to mention one thing. What if you do everything correctly until the end, but then in the end, you look at the answer, there's no answer. Then what you have, then you do this, all right? If you do everything correctly, but you look at the jawapan, right? Then you do this. You circle, 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 circle. You tukar tanda for everyone. So plus n tukar tanda negative n, negative 1 tukar tanda positive 1, 4 tukar tanda negative 4, minus n tukar tanda plus n. And you can read it nicely, 1 minus n over n minus 4. This is also correct. The one I bullet this one, 1 minus n over n minus 4, and this one is the same thing, you know. I know it looks different, but it's the same. So next time when you do the whole thing, if tak ada jawapan, you can just bulatkan empat ketul ni and tukar tanda for everyone. Then you will get the answer. Okay, it means that this and this is the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, 23. The stem and leaf plot below represent the time taken by a group of participants for 100-meter run. So this is a stem and leaf plot, and we can look at the key here. The key says what? 13 garis 48 means 13.48. So if I bullet this means what? 13.55 seconds. It means this participant, these students, the time he need to finish the race is 13.55 seconds. So what if I bullet this one? Then this one is how much? 15.13 seconds. This student, he spent 15.13 seconds to complete the race. Okay, now they say calculate the percentage of participants who qualify to the next round if the qualifying is less than 14.30. So which student can qualify? This one can qualify, this one can qualify, this one can qualify, this one can qualify, because all this is 13 point something second. Of course, it's less than this. And then what about this one? Qualify also, because this is 14.1. So yeah, it's less than 14.3. Hey, this is talking about race. So of course, the lesser, if you took a less time to finish the race, means it's better. It means you are faster. Huh? So for 14.14 can also, 14.22 can also, 14.25 can, 29 can. What about 30? Cannot already. Because if you look at the word is less than, they never say not more than. If they say not more than, then the 14.30 also included. Because if they say not more than, the symbol will be like this, smaller sama dengan, if it's not more than. But now they say less than, so the symbol is like this. It means the 30 doesn't include. It means only how many students can qualify? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 12. But they want to find the percentage. Means I have to find the probability. It means I have to take 12 over the total times with 100. And the total will be how much? 12 and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It means that the total number of students will be the total number of leave lah. It means that the total actually 12, 20 students, but only 12 of the students, their punya time taken is less than 14.3. So it will be 12 or 20, but at 1%, that's why I times 100. So cut 6 times 10, 60%. The answer is C. All right. 24. The mean mass of group of 10 students is 55. Mean formula is take the sum of all the values divided by n. So this is the sigma symbol and it stands for sum. But we already know the n is 10 and the mean is 55. So it means I can find the sum of all the values of x. How to find 55 times 10? 550. So 550 is the what? The sum of all the, how to say, the mass of all the group, the 10 student punya mass all add together. It's 550. And they say 2 new people join the group and the new mean mass is 61.5. So the new mean is 61.5, but we all know the mean formula is what? Sum of all the values divided by n. But the n is not 10 anymore. It will be 12 because 2 new students join. And the sum of x is not 550 already. It's 550 plus with 2 new student punya mass. But the 2 new student punya mass is don't know. And look at what they want to find. Calculate the total mass of the 2 new peoples. So 550 plus x plus y lah. It means I let x become the mass of one of the new people, and then y, I let y become the mass of the second new people, because there's 2 new people, right? So x and y is the mass of the 2 new peoples. But it's okay. Even though I cannot find x and y separately, it doesn't matter because they want the total. So you just find the x plus y. And how to do that? I will pin out the 12 first. So it will be okay, it will be 550 plus x plus y equals to divide 12. You move there, become times 12, right? So I will press 61.5 times 12. Let's press 738. So now I can find x plus y. 738 minus 550, I get 188. And 188 is the what? Is the x and y add together. And x and y represents the mass of the 2 new people. So the total mass of the 2 new people is 188 lah. Right? Okay, sorry, let me. Okay, let's go to number 25. Diagram 11 shows the ogive of the mass. So if it's ogive, it means we will use upper boundary for the x-axis and cumulative frequency for the y-axis. Calculate the interquartile range. Interquartile range, the formula is Q3 minus Q1. But you first have to find Q3, Q1. How to find Q1 and Q3 from the ogive? Well, I teach in class already. If you want to find the Q1, you will take 1/4 times with total frequency. If you want to find Q3, you will take 3/4 times total frequency. But what if I want the Q2? Means the median, then you take 1/2. But I will not do that because the question never asks you to do also. So you just need the Q1 and Q3. So it's 1/4 times 80, because the total frequency, the total is 80, and this case is 80. Is for this is 3/4 times 80. Okay, 1/4 times 80 will be 20. This one cut, you get 60. So what I do is I will go to 20, and then I will garis satu line, and the moment it touch the curve, I will tarik. So I can already see is this. So now this is the answer. Right? So the answer is 100, 99, 98, 97. So 97 is the Q1. This is the Q1, 97. And what about the Q3? Yeah, Q1. And then the Q3 will be, what's 3/4 times 80 now? 60, right? It means I will have to go to 60, and then I tarik. Actually, you don't need the ruler also. You can see it's here already, right? But let's just show it to them lah. Okay, like this. And then tarik. If it's paper 2, you must draw this total line. But if it's paper 1, I become lazy already, right? I become lazy to draw already because paper one, they don't care about this. So 110, 111, 112, right? This is 112. So 112. So press calculator. What's 112 minus 97? 15. So the answer is C. All right. 26. Table 1 below shows the score of a STEM quiz for a group of Form 5 students. So we have orang yang dapat score 0, orang yang dapat 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4 mark, 5 mark. But the number of students yang dapat 1 mark, 3 orang, nombor yang dapat 2 mark, 2 orang, yang dapat kosong markah seorang, and so on. Means this is the frequency, the kekerapan. So now let's see what they want. If the quiz median is 3, find the maximum value of X. So this is not a group data. This is not a group data. It's an ungrouped data. And they say median is 3, right? Okay, let me show you how I will do it. I will straight away look at the answer. So if orang yang dapat score 0 ada seorang, it means that the first number is 0. And then the second number is 1. The third number is also 1. The fourth number also 1. Only until the fourth number. Kenapa? Because 1 plus 3 is 4. And then the fifth number until the sixth number. It means only the fifth and the sixth value is 2. Why is it like that? 4 plus 2 is 6. And then starting from the seventh value, then it will be 3 already. It means it's like that. 0 and then 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 2, and then 3, 3. That's what I meant. That's why the first value is 0, the second to 4. So 2, 3, 4. Whereas this one is T2, T3, T4, right? And then T5, T6 is this one. That's what I'm doing. But I don't want to do it in this way. I want to write it like this. Okay, 7 until berapa? What is 6 plus 10? 16. All right. And then the X, because that is the answer, right? I will just assume it's 1. I will just assume it's 1. Means I will straight away look at the answer to 2. I will not solve it by myself because I'm doing paper 1. So I want to be fast. I want to be smart about it. So let's ganti 1 terus. Let's assume X is 1. So if X is 1 means only the 17th value is 4 lah. Only the 17th. Okay. It means that the 7th tempat ke-7 punya number until tempat ke-16 punya number are all 3, but tempat ke-17 punya nombor dia seorang saja yang 4. And then starting from the 18th value until what is 17 plus 11? If you press calculator, you get 28. Means from 18th to 28th, they are all 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So now we try to find the median. Okay, it means that there's 28 numbers, right? And median, there's a formula that I teach in class you can use. When there's too many numbers, you can use this special formula, n plus 1 divided 2. And I will put a th here. N stands for the total, so 28. So 28 plus 1 divided 2, it will be 29 divided 2. What is 29 divided 2? Let's press 14.5. But the median is not 14.5. The 14.5 is just the location. It means the kedudukan of the median is at the 14.5th location. Means I have to take the 14th value plus the 15th value divided by 2. That is why I write all of this. So that it's easy for me to see which one is the 14th value at the 15th value. Which one is the 14th value? 3. 15 value is also 3. Kenapa? Because I already write it down starting from the 7th value until the 16th value, they are all 3. So the 14 and the 15 value is also 3. So the median will be 3 plus 3 divided 2, which is also 3. That is why if the answer is A, I mean if the X is equals to 1, then the median is 3. Okay, understand? But let's try with the second one. Let's try with the second possibility, second option. When B equals to 3, let's see what happens if I ganti X is let's ganti the X with 3. Because these are all the values of X, because they are find the maximum value of X, right? So I try one by one. It's like I'm doing experiment. So let's ganti X with 3. It means that this becomes 3, and then now is not 17 already. Is 17 until what's 16 plus 3? It will be 19. It means the 17 digit, the 18 digit, the 19 digit, these 3 digits are all 4, 4, 4. And then 20 until what? 19 plus 11, I think it's 30, right? So 20 to 30, they are all 5 like that. And then I will use the same formula, median equals to n plus 1 divided 2, which is but for this case, it will be the total, the n will be 30 plus 1 divided 2. What is 31 divided 2? I will press 15.5. It means the median is not 15.5. The 15.5 is just the location. It means I have to take the 15th value plus the 16th value divided 2. And if you look carefully, the 15th value is still 3. The 16th value is also 3. So 3 plus 3 divided 2 is also 3. It means if my X is equals to 3, my median is also 3. So I will put a tick here. Okay. So boleh faham apa saya buat? So now I will try with the 4. So I will try with x equals 4. So let's erase. But I don't have to erase in the front one, because the x will only affect these two boxes. So let's say x is equal to 4. So now it will be what? 7 to 16, and then the next number is 17, right? So 17 until which digit? 16 plus 4 is 20, right? So 17 until 20, and then this will be 21 until 20 plus 11 will be 31. So it means that if the x is equals to 4, there will be 31 digits in total. So the formula for median is 31 plus 1 divided 2, which is 32 divided 2, which is 16. But the 16 is not the median. I repeat, the 16 is just the location. So just look at the 16 digit. Which one is the 16 digit? 3 also. So the median is also 3. So C is also, it means if you ganti x is 4, the median is also 3. Because the median is at the 16 digit. And if you look at here, starting from 7 digit until 16 digit, they are all 3, 3, 3. That's why, yeah, the median is 3, 16. So let's try with the soalan D. I mean the D option, which is 5. So I will erase this and change this to 5. So if I change this to 5, then this will be, after 16 will be 17, and then 16 plus 5, I think is 21. So from the 17 digit onwards until 21 digit onwards, they are all 4. Wait, is it true? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Wait, I think I did something wrong. 16 plus 5. Wait, correct? 6. Betul lah. Betul, right? 7, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, betul. And then 22 until 21 plus 11, I think it's 32, right? So now there's 32 students. So now let's use the median formula, n plus 1 divided 2. So it'll be 32 plus 1 divided 2, which is 33 divided 2. Let's press calculator. What 0.5? 16.5. Means the median is not 16.5. The median is at the 16.5th location. So 16.5 means the 16th value plus the 17th value divided by 2. If you look at the 16th value is 3. But the 17th value is already 4 already. Can you see it? Because from 7 to 16, they are all 3. From 17 to 21 onwards, they are all 4. So the 16 digit is 3, the 17 digit is 4. So you will pass them together, divide by 2, because there's a 0.5 here. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. It means if the x equals to 5, the median will not be 3. The median will be 3.5. So D is definitely wrong already. So because if the soalan says if the quiz median is 3, right? But I try with the D, I try to ganti x with 5, I get median 3.5. That's why D confirm wrong already. So find the maximum value of x. So the answer is C lah, because they want maximum value, right? Actually, if you try with A and B also, if you try with x equals 1, x equals 3, you also get median 3. But they want the maximum value. So 4 lah, maximum value. Right? So when I'm doing paper 1, I like to do like this. I like to look at the answer to solve it. Okay, number 27. A motorcycle moves at the speed of 80 km/h. Then the motorcycle decreases its speed by 20% in 50 seconds. Calculate the deceleration in km/h per minute. Okay, let's read again. The initial speed ataupun the original speed is 80 km/h. And what happens is it decreases speed by 20%. So why not we times with 20%, which is 20 over 100, means 0.2 lah, and see what I get. 80 times 0.2, okay, I get 16. But you have to take 80, it means he decreased 16 km/h lah. That's what it means. So you have to minus 16 km/h to get the final speed. So 80 minus 16, what you get? 64. Okay. It means that the original speed is 80, but he tekan brake until the speed kurang jadi 64. So from 80 to 64, and then they say in 50 seconds, right? And then they say calculate deceleration. Actually, acceleration and deceleration punya formula adalah sama. Apa formula dia? Speed bahagi dengan time. Speed bahagi dengan time. But actually, how to say? The correct way of thinking is actually the difference lah. The basal speed bahagi basal time. So the basal time we already know is 50 seconds, right? But the basal speed will be what? Will it be, okay, the original speed is 80, right? And then the final speed is 64. Will it be 80 minus 64 or 64 minus 80? Okay, actually it should be 64 minus 80 because it's 80 is the initial speed. 80 is the original speed. This is the new speed ataupun the final speed. So the formula must be the final speed minus the initial speed. So it should be like this, 64 minus 80. But actually it doesn't matter one lah, because the negative, even if you take 80 minus 64 also, I think it's fine. Yeah, you will get the answer. So it's just that your answer tak ada itu negative saja. So it's not a big deal actually. Okay, 64 minus 80, but don't forget this is what unit? Km/h, right? Km/h. So there's some problems here because they want to find deceleration in what unit? Km/h per minute. Kilometer per hour per minute. It means I have to make sure the speed yang ini dalam kilometer per hour, and I have to make sure this one is in minute because they say per minute. So per minute, it means that I cannot divide by 50. If I press 64 minus 80, I will get negative 16. And the unit will be kilometer per hour, which is true already. But they want per minute, means the 50 second I have to divide 60. So if I press 50 divide 60, I will get 5/6, right? So I will write bracket 5/6 like this. And then now I will tekan negative 16 divide open bracket 5/6. You must open bracket. If you don't press bracket, it will be wrong. So divide open bracket 5/6. So let's press negative 96/5 or negative 19.2. So the answer is C. Let me just explain quickly a bit why the soalan never, the jawapan never put the negative. The reason why is because they ask you to calculate deceleration. When you write deceleration, it's already indicating that it's negative already. That's why they never put the negative here. Okay, that is why I say the 64 minus 80, 80 minus 64, it doesn't matter actually. Okay, because acceleration memang possible one. Acceleration boleh jadi negative. Speed saja yang tak boleh jadi negative. Speed cannot have negative one. If speed you dapat negative means you have to erase the negative. But for acceleration, it's possible for your answer to get negative. So what you do is like that. Okay. So can understand? It means that if I write deceleration, then I don't have to put negative really. But if I'm writing acceleration, then it's negative 19.2 lah. Okay, and the negative means that is decelerate. Okay, hope you understand. Let's continue. Number 28. Diagram 12 shows a speed time graph. So this is a STG. The moment you see this STG, you know already. You can use the gradient to find acceleration. And then you can use the area to find distance. Okay. You should know this by now. Especially if you are my student, you should know this terus. You nampak saja STG, you kena terus tahu. Okay. I can use the gradient to find acceleration and I can use the area to find distance. Mesti tahu terus. Okay, so diagram 2 shows the STG of a school for 37 minutes. Okay, betul. That's the total time. Calculate the total distance in kilometer by the school for 27 minutes. Total distance, calculate distance, calculate distance, calculate distance, calculate distance. So guna apa? Guna gradient Bukan, right? Bukan gradient. Gradient in STG, gradient is used to find acceleration. This is distance, so you should use the area. But you don't go and find the total area, please. I mentioned this in the class also. Sometimes they will perangkap you one. What perangkap? They will try to trap you. They will try to trick you. They will say total. They will put the word total there, but they don't want the total. They only want sebahagian saja. You see, they say calculate total, right? But read carefully. For the last 27 minutes. So this is 37. What is 37 minus 27? 10. It means that they only want from here to here only. It means you are finding area for this shape. But how to find this shape? You cut lah. You cut it here, then you will get the trapezium, and then you get the triangle. What about the trapezium yang depan? Tak payahlah tu. You find the one wrong already. So you only find this one and this one. So it will be 1/2. So what's the formula for trapezium? 1/2 times sum times with the distance. And the sum will be here plus here, which is 40 plus 50. But wait, in kilometer, this is in kilometer per hour, right? But this one is in minutes. So I think I have to cut and change to hour here so that it match with the unit atas here. How to change the 10 minute to hour? Divide by 60. 10 divide 60, 1/6. 15 divide 60, 1/4. 15 divide 60, 1/4, yes. And then 37 divide 60, 37/60. Let's press just to make sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now now we have all the correct, how to say, it's already in the correct unit. Now we can find the area of trapezium. 1/2 times sum times distance, right? So the panjang here is 40, panjang here is 50. So it'll be 1/2 times sum of the two parallel sides. So 40 plus 50 times with the distance between these two lines, which is 1/4 minus 1/6, right? So let's just write it 1/4 minus 1/6, right in bracket. Not 1/6 minus 1/4. It should be 1/4 minus 1/6. The big one minus the long one minus the short one. But I have to plus with what? Plus with area of triangle. Area of triangle is 1/2 times base times height. What is the base? The base will be 37/60 minus 1/4. 37/60 minus 1/4. That's the base. And what is the height? 50. Okay. You press all this, you get your answer. But use the calculator lah. Use the calculator to help you. 40 plus 50 is 90, right? But let's press the belakang first. 1/4 minus 1/6. 1/4 minus 1/6 equals. I get 1/12. And then I will tekan answer times 90 divide 2. Answer times 90 divide 2. Because times 1/2 means divide 2. So I'm pressing, wait. Okay, I got 15 over 4. Okay, or you can also write 3.75. And then what I will plus with this. And how to press this? Same thing. I will press this one first. I will press 37 divided 60 minus 1 over 4. So let's press 37 divided 60 minus 1 over 4. Okay, I got 11 over 30. But then I will tekan answer times 50 divide 2. Answer times 50 divide 2. Why divide 2? Because I have to darab 1 over 2. Darab 1 over 2 means divide 2. So I get 55 over 6. And finally, I'll just press answer plus with 15 over 4. Let's press. Okay, I get 155 over 12. In the decimal is 12.916666, so 92. So the answer is A. If you got press with me, you will get the same answer. So number 28, answer A, right? 29, which table represents the relation of this? So y varies directly x power 3. So first thing first is you will change the variation symbol to equal and then have tambah k. That's just how you do it in variation. Step 1 is always get the variation. Step 2 is change to equation. How to change? Change the variation symbol but to equal, but have to tambah k. And then step 3, what's step 3? Rewrite. Okay. Sorry. Step 3 is find k. Find k. Step 3 is find k. And then step 4 baru rewrite. Okay. Actually, this one I also mentioned so many times already in my previous paper 1 videos. So how to do it? So they give you A, B, C, D. So what I will do is I will try. So the first step done already, variation. This is step 1. Step 2, equation. This one change to equation. Step 3 is find k. But in order to find k, you need the value for x and y. And if you look at this, let's try with the A answer. So we can try to ganti x with 1, y with 4. So 4 equals to k x power 3, x ganti 1. So now it will be k equals to 4. Because 1 power 3 is 1. And pindah become bahagi 1, so it still end up with 4. And then don't forget the step 4, rewrite. So when you rewrite, it will be y equals to kx power 3, which is 4x power 3. But how to know which one is correct? Well, I have to test with this, this, and this lah. So I will try to ganti x with 2 and see whether I get y equals to 32 or not. So let's try to ganti x equals to y equals to 4 x power 3 and I'll ganti with 2. So if I press 4 bracket 2, 4 times 2 power 3, I will get 32 if I press calculator. So this one match, this one match. What about this one? Y equals 4x power 3. But this time I will ganti with 3 and see whether I will get 108. So let's press 4 bracket. I'm pressing power 3. Okay, I press, I get 108. So this one is also correct. But we cannot stop here. We have to try for everyone. Everyone has to be correct. Then only that's the answer. So let's try with this. So y equals to 4 bracket power 3, 4x power 3. But this time the x is 4. And let's see whether you will, the answer you get is 256. 4 bracket, 4 close bracket power 3. Oh, we really get 256. So this is also matched. So the answer is A lah. Okay. Then what about the B, C, and D? You don't have to do already lah, because you know the answer is A already, and we are doing objective, so you don't have to waste your time. But if you want to try, you can try also. But if you try with the B answer and the C answer and D answer, let's say you try with B lah. Okay, let's say you try with B, then the K will be different. The K will not be it will be something else. And also after you find the K, you rewrite, you test with this, this, and this, you will see that some of it will be wrong. Okay, not all of it is correct. Okay, but A are all correct. That's why A is the correct answer. Okay, but I won't do it lah. Okay, because we are doing objective, so we can just save time. After we know the answer, we can straight away pull up. Okay, so let's continue with question number 30. So let's read the question. Given that P varies directly as Q and inversely as R, so how will I write this? P varies directly as Q, so Q I will write atas, inversely as R, so R I will write bawah. And then they say P is 0.9, Q is 18, R is equals to 5. So why they give you P, Q, and R? To find K lah. So this question is just like the last question, is also variation. And variation, confirm using these 4 steps. Get the variation, get the equation, find K, rewrite. Okay. So that is why they give us all these P, Q, and R value is for you to find K. Because after you write the variation here, you will change the variation symbol to equals, but then you have to tambah K. And the symbol here, the relationship here is times lah. And that's why they give you the P, Q, and R to find K. So let's find the K now. So 0.9 equals to K times with Q over R, which is 18, and then R is 5. So now I can find the K. I will just press 0.9. 5 duduk bawah means bahagi 5 becomes times 5. The 18 is darab. So when you pindah jadi bahagi. So now you press and see what you get for K. So I'm pressing now 0.9 times 5 divided 18. Okay, I got 1 over 4. 0.25. So the K I got is 0.24. And what is the step? Next step? Tengok lah. Step 1 is variation. Step 2 is equation. Step 3 find K. Step 4 is rewrite. So rewrite lah. How to rewrite? So when we rewrite, it will be, I will look back here. So it will be P equals to 0.25 times Q over R. But is this the answer? Okay, let's see what they want. Calculate the percentage of change of P when Q increases by 10% and R decreases by 20%. So what they want is to find P. Okay, not P actually, the percentage of change of P. But don't worry about the percentage thing first. Let's try to find P first. So how to find P? I need the Q and the R value lah. If I want to find P, I need the Q and R value. But do I know the Q and R value? I don't know. They never tell me. But they did mention that the Q increases by 10%. So why not? Because we know the Q is equals to 18 at first. And then now they say Q increased by 10%. So I think to get the value of Q, I will take 18 times with 10% lah. It means times with 10 over 100, right? But if you tekan like this, it's very slow. Because if you do like this, you will get something. But then you will take that something plus with 18. Then only you get that final thing. So you can do it fast. How to do it fast? Just take 18 times with 110%. And then you straight away get, okay, let's press 18 times 110 divide 100. So you will get 19.8, right? 19.8. It means this is your new value of Q. But trust me, if you do it like this also, you will get the same answer. It means you want to times 10%, and then afterwards plus 18 can also. Trust me, this one, this value you get will be the same as 19.8. It will be the same. It's just that this method is faster. Okay, let's see. R decreased by 20%. So R originally is 5, right? Of course, you can do it the slow way. What's the slow way? You times with 20%, and then you get something here, and then you take 5 minus that. Why minus? Because decrease. And then you will get the answer here. But if you do it like this, it's a bit slow, and I don't like to do it like this. If I am you, I will straight away direct with 80 or 100. The reason is because they say decrease by 20%. It means decrease 20% means the new value will be the 80% lah. 80% of the full amount. But if you want to do it like this, can also, you get the same answer. Okay, let's press 5 times 80 divide 100. Okay, I get 4. Means this is the R value. The R value that I can ganti later. But trust me, you want to do it like this also can. And believe me, this one you will get 4 also. You will get the same answer. Okay, let's come back here. 0.25 times Q over R. Q is 19.8. R is 4. So now I can get the value of P. I will just press 0.25 times 19.8 divided by 4. So the answer is 1.2375. But if you look at the answer, tak ada jawapan, right? Yeah lah, because you never read the soalan They say calculate the percentage of change of P. They never say calculate value of P. This is the value of P. They want the percentage of change of P. Do you remember your P value originally is 0.9? So 0.9, now it becomes 1.2375. So now you have to find the percentage of change. So how to find? 0.9 to 1.2375 sudah tambah berapa persen? So we all know definitely not A. Definitely not A. You know why? Because 0.9 to 1.2375 is increase or decrease? Is increase, right? So if it's increase, then definitely the percentage should be more than 100. Okay. Let me just show you how to calculate it. This is how we will do it. You will take 1.2375, which is the new value, the new one, divide with the old one, and then times 100. This is how you will do it. Okay. So answer divide 0.9 times 100, and then you press equal, the calculator straight away give you 137.5. So this is the answer. Okay. If you are NMAT student, you will understand this, because there is a chapter in NMAT called index number, and in that chapter is about learning the percentage change. And the formula for it is take the new value divide by the old value times with 100. So but for math student, you don't have to worry also. It's not difficult. You just remember you want to get the percentage change. You take the price, ataupun not the price lah. For this case, is the value in the new value divided with the old value times 100. So that you know whether it's increase or decrease. Yep. That's how you do it. Number 31, diagram 13 shows the elements in the unit sets. Can you see this one got put dot? And if you got watched the video just now, there's one question earlier. I forgot which question. I'm too lazy to scroll up lah. You sendiri tengok lah. Okay. But there's one question, but that just now the one I do is like tak ada dot punya. But the one I already explained. If you want to watch it, you go and you rewind and watch it yourself. Okay, so this one got put dot. So these are all elements. So calculate the probability of complement of M. What is complement of M? Means M complement, but the probability of it. If I am you, I will find probability of M first. I will find the probability for M. So if you look at M, M is this triangle, right? So got how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6, but they want probability, so you have to over dengan total 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6 over 10. So it's 3 over 5. This is the probability for M. But they want complement of M. It means that's a line derivative M. Means you will take 1 minus 3 over 5, which is 2 over 5. So the answer is B. Because total probability will be 1, right? And if they want complement of M, means the line derivative M lah. Okay. It means tak mau ambil M lah. So that's why I take 1 minus the 3 over 5. Or you can also do it like this. Because they say complement of M, right? Means this one semua tak mau lah. You just ambil 1, 2, 3, 4. It means only 4, but over 10. Because total is 10. You will end up with 2 or 5 also. So you can do it like this also. It's the same thing. Let's continue. 32. Which of the following is a mutually exclusive event? So you need to know the maksud of this. I got revised this chapter with you also. If you are my student, I actually revised this chapter with you in class, the probability chapter. And I also mentioned about mutually exclusive. I even draw it like this, right? If mutually exclusive, it's like this. But if it's like this, then it's a non-mutually exclusive. And I also let you salin the nota for it. So what is mutually exclusive? Mutually exclusive is events that cannot happen at the same time. That cannot happen at the same time. Ayo, my handwriting so ugly, but okay, but I hope you can read it. Events that cannot happen at the same time. So let's read A. Getting an even number and getting a prime number when rolling a dice. Okay, this is the first event, this is the second event. Can they happen at the same time? So if you roll a dice, you will end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all the possibilities. Can you get an even number and a prime number at the same time? The answer is yes. Because what are the example of number that are even and prime at the same time? 2 lah. 2 is an even number, 2 is also prime number. So these two events can happen at the same time. So this one, they two can happen at the same time. What about B? Getting a perfect square and getting odd number from 1 to 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it possible that you end up with a number that is a perfect square and odd number at the same time? The answer is also yes. Because, wait, let's see. Perfect square means what? Like 2 and 4, right? But they say getting a perfect square and getting an odd number from 1 to 5. Can they happen at the same time? I think no, right? Because how can you, okay, if you perfect square is wait. Perfect square is not 2 lah. What am I saying? Perfect square is 1 and then 4, because perfect square is like the numbers, like for example 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, and so on. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So this one, the number here is perfect square. So only 1 and 4 is perfect square. But they say getting a perfect square and getting an odd number. So can these two happen at the same time? The answer is yes lah, because 1 is an example that 1 is the perfect example, because 1 is a perfect square and 1 is also odd number. So this one, they both can happen at the same time. Okay, sorry, I made a silly mistake just now. Okay, so let's go to C. Choosing a red cap and choosing a black cap from a bag with green, red, and black caps. Okay, Tapa, we read D first. Choosing a girl and choosing a student who passed the math quiz from Malaysian people. Possible lah. Okay, choosing a girl is the first event, and then choosing a student who passed the math quiz. So is it possible to choose a girl that passed math quiz? Possible lah. It's possible. You think what? All boys aja boleh pass math quiz. Like girl also can pass one. So yeah, this is possible. So the answer is C lah, because this is not possible, because they say choosing a red cap and choosing a black cap from a bag with green, red, and black caps, right? It's not possible, because if you choose one, you can't end up with red and black, right? Because choosing a red cap, memilih topi merah dan memilih topi hitam. How can you pilih topi merah dan topi hitam daripada sebuah bag yang mengandungi? Because inside the bag ada topi hijau, topi merah, topi hitam, right? But if you tutup mata and you ambil satu, it's either you get hijau or you get merah or you get hitam. How can you get merah dan hitam? You cannot get merah dan hitam. Okay, so the answer is C. All right. And also, if you imagine, they never say with replacement or without replacement. So I think we should assume that if there's one green cap, one red cap, one black cap, it means after you take already, then it's not possible to get it again. But I don't think that's related lah. Okay, I think all you have to think about is, since you only memilih satu topi, I don't think you can memilih merah and hitam, right? Because if you milih satu, is either you get hijau saja or merah saja atau hitam saja. You can't get merah and hitam. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, 33. Given that which of the following is correct? So what is this? This is matrix S, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 column, and then 4 row, 4 column. Row is like horizontal between 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and then column is the straight one. Okay, which of the following is correct? So they say S43 equals to 3. It means the number at the fourth row, third column is 3. Is it true? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth row, third column. 1, 2, 3. So this one is 3. So wrong lah, because the answer is 6. The correct one should be 6. And then I will erase all this and then go to B. B says the third row, second column is -5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Third row, second column, 1, 2. So third row, second column. This one is 0, but they write -5, so wrong also. So erase. And then go to the C one. 2, 1 means second row, first column. So second row. So second row, this one second row. And then first column. So first column is 4, right? 4. But they write -5, so wrong also. So the answer must be D then. But let's check. Let's see betul ke D. So this one it says 1, 4. So first row, second column. So first row, this one first row, right? And then fourth column. So can you see it's 0? The intersection is at 0, right? So yeah, D is the answer because they asked which is correct. So D. 34 is also matrix given that this one times this one equals to 26, determine value of P. So when you take two matrix multiply, you have to write down the order. This one is 1 row, 3 column, 3 row, 1 column. Why you have to write down the order? Because you have to make sure this number and this number same. If they're not same, they can't darab. So they are same, right? That's why you can darab. So you'll be, so I will take the left side and darab together now. How to darab? Horizontal times vertical. But you have to be careful because if I give you A and B, C and D, and then when you darab, you must take A times C, B times D. You cannot take A times C, A times D. Wrong. You have to take A times C, B times D like that. So if I have another block which says A, B, C, and then this will be D, E, F, then you have to take what? A times D, B times E, C times F. You must take like that. You cannot take A times D, A times E, A times F. No. I never teach like that. A times D, B times E, C times F like that. So if I have one block like this, you must take 2P times 4, 4 times -2P times 3. Okay, a lot of students they don't understand the concept. They will just take 2P times 4, 2P times -2, 2P times 3, and salah tu. It has 2P times 4, which is 8P, and then 4 times -2, -8, and then P times 3, 3P like that. If there's nothing in between, it's plus. And now you can compare both sides. It will just left with 8P minus 8 plus 3P equals to 26. P dengan P boleh buat 8P plus 3P is 11P minus 8 boleh hantar ke sana jadi plus 8. If you press calculator, 26 plus 8 is 34. So P is 34 over 11 and the answer is B, right? 35, diagram 14 shows a cosine graph. So we can see it is a cosine. Which of the following is the correct equation? So if you look at all the answer is like that, right? So we have to understand something. Let's write the full equation. Y equals to A cos bx plus C. So A represents amplitude. And then B represents number of cycle. But number of cycle in how many degree? In 360 degree. And then C represents naik ataupun turun. The whole thing naik ataupun turun. So let's talk about amplitude. Amplitude is what? For example, if I draw the cos graph like this, and this is 1, this is -1, then the amplitude is 1. Okay, it means the A is 1. But what if I put like this, I draw like this, and this one I put 5, this one 0, this one -5, then the amplitude is 5 lah. But what if it's like that? Look at the soalan. The highest one is 4, the paling bawah one is -2. Then the amplitude is what? Is it 4 or is it 2? Think. Imagine. If it's 5, paling atas 5, paling bawah -5, then the amplitude is 5, right? And if it's paling atas 1, paling bawah -1, then amplitude is 1. But what if it's 4 and then -2? What's the amplitude? The answer is 3. For this case, the amplitude will be 3. Okay, so you all know A is wrong, B is wrong, D is wrong. The answer is C, because C is the only one where they put amplitude 3. Let me explain why. Because amplitude, you have to cut it off in half, right? So what you do is you can actually count how many kotak here and then divide by 2. So if you count here 4 to 0, there's 4 kotak, and then here to here there's 2 kotak. So the amplitude will be 4 plus 2, which is 6, divided by 2. That's why it's 3. Okay, but why is it like that? But why is it like not atas 3, bawah -3? Because if the amplitude is 3, then it should be atas 3, bawah -3, right? But why is it cacat like that, like 4 -2? Because the graph already naik atas ataupun turun bawah lah. That's why it becomes like that. It means later the C have to plus something or minus something at the back here lah. Okay, let's talk about B now. B is what? Number of cycle in 360, right? Just because you okay, if you look at the diagram, there's only one. Okay, one cycle, but this is 90-degree. It means but the B should be number of cycle in 360. So there should be 4 lah, because the formula you use is you will take 360 divide 90, because dekat 90 baru habis 1. So when it reached 360 already complete 4 already. That's why the B is 4. Can you see? 3 cos 4x. And then what about the C? Why is it plus 1? I told you already, because the amplitude is 3. It means it should be 3 negative 3. But why is it at the 4? Because naik 1 already lah. That's why the 3 naik 1 become 4. The negative 3 naik 1 also become negative 2. That's why the C is plus 1. That's why the answer is C. Okay. So this is how I would do it. Hope you understand lah. 36. Diagram 15 shows a line POQ drawn. Okay, boleh. Determine value of sine theta minus cos theta. So sine formula is opposite over hypotenuse. And then cos is adjacent of hypotenuse. But if you look carefully, the theta is like that. So this is, if you look at this angle, is clearly what angle in which quadrant? Like this is 90, you know, like this is 90. So this is clearly already more than 90, and it's not just more than 90. It's also more than 180. It means this theta is a quadrant 3 punya angle. It's a quadrant 3 punya angle. So how to do? Okay, first of all, why not you find the, why don't you take out this right angle triangle? Because this is the only place where they give you coordinate, right? So if you take out this triangle, you can see that this will be 90-degree, and the 7 down here means the panjang here is 7, here is 24. Since this is 7, this is 24. And I can find the hypotenuse, square root 7 square plus 24 square. Why plus? Because I'm finding the longest one. And you end up with 25. But now I will try to call this angle X, right? I will call this angle X. So this is X, right? And I will try to find the sine X, and I will try to find the cos X. But maybe you'll ask, hey, Junhao, that's not what they soalan asked. They never asked for sine X. They asked for sine theta minus cos theta. Don't worry, I will explain later. Let's try to find sine X and cos X. Sine is opposite of hypotenuse. So opposite is the on depan sudut. Depan 90 is H, and then the remaining one is A. So what is opposite of hypotenuse? 4 over 25. That's the answer. And then what about cos X? Adjacent of hypotenuse, so 7 over 25. And you don't have to tambah negative. Why? Because it's not, it's the first quadrant. You look at this. X is the first quadrant, right? But of course, this is not the answer, because what they want sine theta minus cos theta. Okay, let me tell you something. Actually, sine theta, the value will be 4 over 25 also, but with a negative. Cos theta, the value will be same with cos X also, 7 over 25, but have a negative. Let me tell you why. Because look at this. Look at this. The X angle dekat mana? Dekat sini kan? The X angle dekat sini kan? But if you look at the real angle, the actual angle is actually X tambah berapa? Can you see this is a straight line? Can you see this is a straight line? It means that here to here is 180 lah. But it means that this angle, this whole theta is actually X plus 180. Agree? Because X is here, right? And then plus with 180. It means that the theta punya reference angle is X lah. Faham maksud saya? Because if you remember how to convert quadrant, right? Like if I want to convert a quadrant 1 angle to quadrant 2, let's say it's quadrant 1, right? Quadrant 1, I want to convert to quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. How to convert? If I want to convert quadrant 2, I will take 180 minus theta. If I want to convert 3, it will be 180 plus theta. And when quadrant 4, it will be 360 minus theta, like that, right? So it means that sine X and sine theta will be the same value. Sine X is 4 over 25, sine theta is also 4 over 25. But why got negative? Because the theta is third quadrant. But then why for the X I never put negative? Because X is first quadrant. X is just kecil macam ni saja. But the theta is like bent over like this already. It's third quadrant already. That's why it's in third quadrant, add sugar to coffee, right? Third quadrant, Roma tangent. That's why I have to add negative. Same with the cos X. Cos X is 7 over 25. But cos theta will be negative 7 over 25 because third quadrant only tangent positive. That's why cos also that's why it's negative 4 over 25 minus jadi plus 7 over 25, and you will end up with 3 over 25. Did I did something wrong? Adjacent or hypotenuse, opposite or oh, this one 24. Sorry. So this should be 2, 2. Okay. Sorry. So what is negative 24? Let's press. Negative 24 plus 7. Negative 17 over 25. Sorry, I tertinggal the tertinggal the 2 here. That's why I tak dapat. Okay. Because this one is 24, right? I go and write 4 there. So the answer is, okay, let me just check quickly with the schema because I scared 34, 6. Yes. Okay. So let's continue with 37. On 1 January, Puan Saida invested in Amanah Saham. So this is shares, shares. Saham means shares. Of 5,000 units worth 2 ringgit 50 cent per unit. So if one unit is 2 ringgit 50 cent, she bought 5,000. So you times and see how much shares she bought. 2.5 times 5,000. So I got 12500. So this is the shares she bought. She invested lah, okay. And then they say for the financial year ending on 31 December, pays a dividend of 5%. So there's a dividend of 5%. 5%. And then on 1 January, Puan Zakia sold. Oh, so she sold all the shares. This one is she buy one. And then now she sold at 2 ringgit 80 cent per unit. So can you see she sold more expensive? When she buy it's 2 ringgit 50 cent, but now she sell 2 ringgit 80 cent per unit. But there's still 5,000 units, so I have to time with 5,000. So 2.8 times 5,000, so it'll be 14,000. And then they say calculate value of one Zakia's investment return. It means I'm finding the return on investment, the ROI. A lot of students thought that the ROI stands for rate of interest. Bukan. This one is not rate of interest. This one is called return on investment. So what's the ROI formula? I explained this also in my previous video. You can watch back if you want. So the formula is you take the return ataupun the profit divide with the investment, the original investment, ataupun the original cost, and then times 100. And the answer will always be in percentage. That's why the A, B, C, D all got percentage. So what is the return? The return will be this one minus this one lah, because he bought 12500, but then he sell 14,000. So there's a profit. And how much profit? Let's press 14000 minus 12500. Okay, I got 1500. So that's the profit, right? But it's not the only profit. Do you remember she received dividend for 5%? So this 5%, I have to darab with what? I have to darab with 12500 or 14000. This is also one thing that students always confuse. Okay, the 5% dividend, you have to darab with the 12500, not this one. Because the dividend is when you buy it, you get it. When you sold it, you don't get dividend. When you buy it, you earn the dividend. So dividend is something you earn. That's why you times with this one. If you times with this, it's salah. So remember that. So 0.05 times 12500. So remember, dividend always times with the investment punya price, not the selling price. So I get 625. So the total profit return is actually 1,500 plus with 625. Let me repeat how to get the 1,500. Take the selling price minus the original price. And then how to get the 625? The dividend 5% times with the original price. And then bahagi dengan investment cost. Yang ni is 12500. Okay, you press this, I think you will get the answer. So 1500 plus 625 equals, and then answer divide 12500 times 100. Okay, I get 17. And I already tell you the answer will automatically be in percentage. So that's the answer. Okay, 38. Mr. Razman owns a mini market shop that sells various groceries. Which of the following is a risk that can be insured by him? So he owns a mini market. So risk. So talking about insurance. So what are the risiko? What are the risks that he will face for owning a mini market shop? Number one, burglary in the premise. Kecurian harta benda dalam kedai. Means ada orang masuk and curi. Number two, the business suffered a loss. Perniagaan mengalami kerugian. This one confirm no lah. This one, because if your business suffer rugi, it's your fault. It's not, you cannot buy insurance for that, because if your tak ada pernah jadi yang orang yang berniaga rugi and then they ask the insurance to, how to say, bayar them. Because if your business suffered a loss, it means you are bad. You are bad at selling your product lah. Okay. So number three, the shop building was on fire. I think this one, this one is possible to get the insurance company to say bayar for you. Number four, foreign workers fled. So if you look at A, B, C, D, we all know the two is confirmed wrong already. So by process of elimination, we can cut this and we can cut this. So it's either B or D, right? But I know number one is confirmed correct. Number one is confirmed correct, because kecurian dalam kedai is a risk lah. Yeah, it's a risk, And if someone break in the shop and steal something, then the insurance will claim for you. So number one confirm correct. So by process of elimination, I know the answer is B lah, because In the D answer, there's no 1 here, right? So it's 1 and 3. It means this and this, this and this. It means the fire also it will cover. Yeah lah, fire also will cover one. But this one will not cover lah. Foreign workers flat. Pekerja warga asing melarikan diri. This one, maybe you treat the worker like shit. That's why he left. So not because it's not, the insurance company won't cover that lah. Okay. Okay, number 39. Miss Haida owns a one-story terrace house in Alostar, Kedah. The property assess. Okay, this is cukai, but it's not the cukai pendapatan. It's not the income tax. It's the property assessment tax. And out of all the tax, this is the easiest one. Fine. So, how much? 6% per year. Given the rental is 900 per month. Calculate the amount of property assessment tax for the first half of the year. Only first half. The formula to find property assessment tax is take the rate, take the assessment tax rate, which is 6%, 0.06, 6 divided 100, times with the rental per year. So rent is 900, right? So 900 times 12. Then you will get the rent for 1 year, because per month, right? Per year. And then baru darat dengan 0.06. So press this, what you get? So you will get 648. But of course, this is the cukai that you have to pay for 1 year. So if you bullet D, then you were wrong already, because the answer asks for first half only. So divide by 2, divide by 2. So press, let's see what you get. 648 divided to 324. So the correct answer is B boy. Actually, this is also come up quite often. I see it few times already. They ask property assessment tax for only the half of it. So always be careful. Okay, finally we have the last question. All right. So finish it lah. Which of the following statement is not related to process involved in mathematical modeling? Did you hafal? Did you hafal the steps? I teach in class, right? What are all the steps in mathematical modeling? So there is how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how I teach you to hafal? I teach you hafal using code, right? The first one, I will start with M, right? And then this one is AP. This one MAT. And the last three will be Sah, Murni, Lapor. Okay. Okay, when I teach using the Malay one. You hafal using Malay. So for example, M stands for masalah. Okay. And in English, identify the problem. Okay, identify the problem. Masalah in English is problem. That's step 1. Step 2, the AP stands for what? A stands for andaian, P stands for boleh ubah. And in English, andaian is assumption. Okay, make assumption. And boleh ubah is variable. Okay, variable. So make assumption and identify variables. Making assumption and identify variables. That's step 2. Step 3 is MAT stands for mathematics. Okay, apply mathematics. Okay. So what is step 1? Identify problem. Step 2, make assumption and identify variables. Step 3, apply mathematics. And then step 4 is SAR. SAR is verify. 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 And then the Murni is what? Murni is refine. Refine. And Lapor is report. Report the findings. It means after you do all these things, you report the result lah. You report the findings. The findings. Okay, let's see A. Which of the following is not related? So A, verify and interpret solution in the context of problem. Menentusahkan dan mentafsir penyelesaian dan dalam konteks masalah berkenaan. Yeah lah, this one is one of the steps. And it's step number 4. Okay, so this is correct. This is one of the process. B, identify and define the problem. Mengenal pasti dan mendefinisikan masalah. So masalah, this is the step 1. So this is also one of the process. C, membuat andaian dan mengenal pasti pemboleh ubah. Andaian, pemboleh ubah. Assumption, variable. Isn't it step 2? So this is also one of the steps. D, report problems involved during the evaluation process. Melaporkan masalah yang terlibat semasa proses penilaian. This one wrong lah. You know why? Because the step 6 is laporkan pendapatan. Report the result, report the findings. This one they say report problems involved during the evaluation process. Okay, you don't report during the process. You report after. It means you report the findings, you report the result. So melaporkan masalah yang terlibat semasa proses penilaian. No. You report the findings, not during the evaluation process. Okay. Evaluation process is before. You report afterwards. So you don't report during. So all right. So I think that's all. Bye bye.